Him. Hello there. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Welcome on in. My name is Kira Kennedy. We are live with Pokemon Sword and Shield. We are doing some Dynamax Adventures because I'm getting tired of fucking using playing ZA already, and I don't want to go back to Masuda Roulette. I'm just not ready for that level of annoyance yet. So we're doing DAs. This is all I got. Let's go ahead and get this party started. We are continuing our search for shiny Latios. Hopefully my mic is working here. Yeah, okay, it's working good. One of those situations where I had to make sure stuff was working. Oh, that's why that wasn't there. Okay, hang on. I need to adjust something real quick. Critical sources. We need adventure, link code. So that there. Link code. Oops. Hang on, bear with me. There we go. Now we're back. So I had to pick something for the TikTok side of things. Alright. Let's do this. Oh boy. How's everyone else? Did anything interesting happen? Alright. None of these are really great. I'm gonna take the Passimian just because that has better kind of lineups into some of Latios' weaknesses. Same with the Berserker, to be honest, but this is gonna be rough. Oh, thank you very much for the redemption there, Smile. How you doing? Welcome on in. Alright, shit. Not a lot of great options. Oh, I forgot how loud D8s get. I'm gonna turn that down a bit. There we go. Alright, we'll have to go for... I'm just gonna Dynamax right away, just boost up our attacks as much as I can. I forgot that not great with Rumble controllers. Let's turn this up just a smidge. There we go, that'll do. Hey! How you doing? How you doing, J-Dub? Welcome on in. Thank you very much for the likes. I appreciate it. Wow, just missed everyone but Berserker. Alright, just keep going for the max knuckles, I think. It's the best kind of option I have. Plus, it helps boost up Munchlax's attack. Let's see if I can figure out a way to review this a little easier. There we go. That works better. It's a little harder to work with, but I think I can work with it. I think I can manage. We're going to use Nest Ball will probably do nicely. Alright, we don't want this. Sophie taking it's not really great because there's a fairy type up ahead we want. Klefki is probably our best option here. Because that'll at least have something that can deal with the Clefable as well. So I'm going to take the Expert Belt. I'm probably going to wind up taking the Klefki. It's going to be rough because we don't really have anything that can hit Klefki for super effective. Well, thank you very much for the share, Pepino. I appreciate it, bud. Hopefully the audio is fine. If there's any issues, please let me know. We'll go for Brick Break. Just keep going for Brick Break, I think. Okay. Going for those Brick Breaks. It's the best I got. I forgot about Fire Punch. That actually does do the most amount of damage. That's fine. Alright, that should be enough to take out the Klefki. Yeah, the other thing I've been kind of working on is just, stuff for... Hey, Smile, how you doing? Welcome on in. Alright, so I guess Luxury Ball will probably work well here, because that color matches. Alright, what are we dealing with? What we dealing with? What we dealing with? Lock screen, craft a shield, flash cannon, not the best for dealing with Latios, but it'll have to do. Plus, we get a free switch up, which I'm hoping Sophie takes because she really needs that. Although Alfie would also be ideal. Oh, we're fucked. Because Roselia, like, someone's gonna have to take that Clefable. And in my experience, you can't really trust the NPCs and DAs to do the right thing most of the time. We're just gonna keep going for Flash Cannon, I think, because that's really the best I got. You got Discord finally. Nice. Did you join the community there, bud? No, let me post a link for that up in the chat for you. And of course, if you're watching on TikTok, the link is in my bio. But don't let Twitch know that I'm streaming on TikTok as well. And fuck it, we'll share it on YouTube too, just for the... No problem. You're very welcome there, bud. I'm going for the Steel Spikes boost up my... Yeah, we will definitely make sure that Clefable is the only Pokemon we're attacking. Oh, I forgot Barbarical had Poison Jab. Oh. I forgot these paddles kind of also work as a mock A button as well. I will put you in a nest ball as well. Friends and new places to see. With blue skies ahead, yes, I'm on my way. There's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Alright, so we're gonna hold off on let one of the NPCs hopefully take this. Okay, Sophie taking it is probably our best case scenario, although Ivy would have probably been better. I'm on my way, I'm loving every step I take. So first thing I'm gonna want to do here is I want to set up a light screen. I don't want anybody, especially not Roselia, getting hit by like an errant luster purge. Oh yeah, no, it's just a bunch of I just got a playlist like a bunch of YouTuber covers of stuff and video game music. It's just what I use for my streams. Have no places to see and to sleep under the stars. Who could ask for more? Could you then watch over me? Not the snow, not the rain, don't change my mind. It's weird. Okay, good, we're not in slow mode anymore. So one thing I definitely want to do is I want to, when I get it, I'm going to set up Misty Terrain. Jesus. Okay, that had to have been off of, that had to have been off of Zen Headbutt. Because I still have my light screen up for a couple more turns. Tell everybody I'm on my way. I just can't wait to be there. Blue skies ahead, yes, I'm on my way. I'm still used to Scarlet and Violet, where you hit the R1 button and it'll immediately activate the gimmick. Like there might be some time where I could take a second before I realize I have to actually move over to the Dynamax logo or Dynamax icon. Ugh. Yep, that's a Zen Headbutt, which gets boosted by the terrain, but we poisoned it, which is perfect. Better that happen now than after I put up the... Actually, it wouldn't be affected by the Misty Terrain because Latios has Levitate. Fuck, we lost 2 Pokemon on that one. We almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling that we could have had it all. Oh, rolling in the day. You have my heart inside your hand, and you prayed it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told. I'm gonna make your head burn. From me in the depths of your despair. Make it a home for nights I'm sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of... Alright, shiny check. First in a while. Barbaracle, not shiny. Klefki, not shiny. Clefable, not shiny. And Latios is still fucking blue. Son of a bitch. Rolling in the day. You have my heart inside your head. And you played it to the beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the day. Let's keep going. Through the day. Your sorrow, every open door. I will take... I'm gonna take Sand Slash. So it sounds so good. Pokemon behind it. I mean, yeah, the whole point is just like just have something on in the background, right? That's kind of the whole point. I just happen to like a lot of these hard rock and metal covers. Alright, so we don't have a lot of good options this time, unfortunately. We'll have to go for Alola Dugtrio. And my heart inside your hand, and you put it to the beat. Rolling in the day, you have my heart inside your hand. Let's go fire up as many max quakes as we can. Worst case scenario, I hold off on I don't swap out Alolan Sand, sorry, Cantonian Sand Splash. So Max Quake, that's gonna boost up our special defense, which doesn't really help against Dugtrio, but you know. It's becoming intertwined. You'll be sharing your fate with mine. So yeah, that Dugtrio is definitely something we want to bring. Although we're already down by 1, which is not great. With Dynamax Adventures, you get 4 lives essentially, and then you get sent back to the beginning. Great Ball probably, if I have any. I do, good, okay. If you stay connected, I'll be with you till the end. Oh shit. I was screwing around with the paddle button. I did it again. The paddle buttons on this controller also work like an A button. Or actually they work like the trigger buttons, which in Sword and Shield I have mapped to also work like the A button. So yeah, Quillfish is not an ideal Pokemon in any situation. Yeah, one thing about me is I fidget a lot. That's why I have like a lot of fidget spinners like near me. So like, gotta get back in the habit of using these a little bit to help. There we go. Oh, Stone Edge actually lands. That's nice. I could care less where it is you came from. I don't know the order of these off the top of my head anymore. I used to do DAs a lot more often. I remember Resonance was like one of the first anime themes I remember buying off of iTunes. Ready, steady, can't hold me back. Ready, steady, give me good. We're gonna have to go for Tyrantrum, which is not ideal. Skarmory would have probably been our best choice. Actually, no, wait. Aerokuda is probably better. Problem is, we don't really have an answer for that. You know what? I'll take Azumarill, because that's actually good for Latios. So Barraskewda, not Arrokuda, it's Barraskewda. The one problem I gotta contend with when it comes to Barraskewda is it doesn't exactly have any good super effective moves. The only one it has is Assurance, which does double damage only if the Pokemon attacks doesn't attack first. And Barraskewda is one of the fastest Pokemon available in Dynamax Adventures. I think it has a Dragon-type move, but I can't remember. The good news is also it's an absolute pushover. Oh, we got the Paralysis, which is nice. Alright, let's go for the Aqua Jet. Oh, it used Aqua Jet too. So the only problem with the Azumarill here is it doesn't have its usual huge power ability. It has Sap Sipper and DAs, which is great when you're dealing with grass types. Not so much when you need to do as much damage as possible. Because Azumarill kind of lives or dies on having that huge power boost. Like even in VGC, the most common ability it would use would be huge power. Actually, I don't even think Azumarill got used that often, but... Oh, it has Scale Shot. Okay, that's fine. Oscar swapping... Noah would have been better, but Oscar swapping is at least fine. So the one thing I'm gonna have to worry about is that, that Zen Headbutt, especially if it gets off any Dragon Dances. Now the good news is, we're already starting off on a decent foot just because the Latios had an attack drop thanks to Intimidate. But now we also get to drop its special attack, which is actually really good. Steady going, please trust me. So the one real issue we're gonna have to contend with here is if I set up Misty Terrain with my Terra, it means that Barraskewda isn't going to be able to do as much damage with Scale Shot. So we're in Dynamax now, which is good. Dragon Pulse, that does... Ooh, okay, Coolfish barely survives. We do lose Barraskewda, though. That's our second? Yeah, so it's only our second, casualty, which is good. And the good news is, I think this might actually put Latios in a range where a Starfall will take it out. Nope. Okay. The good news is... Well, actually, there is no good news. None of us have any active priority we can use. And Latios can attack twice now. Okay, went for the Dragon Dance, so that's good. It doesn't have anything that can hit all of us. And we still have 1 life left. Dreadnought should be able to take it out with a Skitter Smack, and if it doesn't, I have a Start Ball to finish it off. And it doesn't matter. At least in the new year, I have going back to Assassin's Creed to look forward to. Because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through the Legend ZA DLC. But there's going to be that and probably Shiny Hunting, although I'm not super big on Shiny Hunting and Legend ZA, if I'm honest. So unless there's something that I'm looking for, I might not go back to that. We'll see. But Dugtrio, not shiny. Quillfish, not shiny. Barraskewda, not shiny. And Latios is still fucking blue. What do you got this time? Zygarde. Oh boy. I don't need Ho-Oh anymore. Because I got a shiny Ho-Oh from Pokemon Go. Problem with Zygarde is you need players to help you with that one. Just keep going. I'll take Jolteon for now, just a good fast attacker. Or special attacker. Yeah, Sharpedo's actually, ironically, a worse version of Barraskewda. Just because it gets access to Speed Boost as an ability. Okay, so we have a Fairy type over here. We can take Quillfish. But we have a Fairy type over here as well. We just have to go through whatever that normal type. Oh fuck, that's Miltank. Oh boy. Miltank is one of the single worst Pokemon to deal with in DAs. Just because it's so fucking tanky. We're gonna have to Dynamax and just hope for the best. Also, remind me at some point I gotta, I don't remember what I had to have you remind me of. Never mind. Forget I suggested anything. So the problem is, Frogmoth, I think they have Ice Scales as its ability, which it actually reduces the amount of special damage it takes. It's like a special version of Fluffy, with the ability Fluffy. So really, Munchlax is ironically the Pokemon that's probably going to be doing the most damage here, just because it has Fire Punch. And that's a 4-time super effective move. I dropped my controller. I'll catch you in a nest ball. I was just kind of stretching my back out lazily. Comes with getting old, sometimes shit gets sore. Alright, we won't swap, we'll leave it to the NPCs. Martin taking it is probably for the best. Ooh, we have Berserker, but I think we're still better off trying to go for the... Oh, it's Togetic. Marowak might be better, but we have no answers for that. Fuck! Oh, we have to go for Togetic. Damn it. Alright, we're gonna have to just go for Thunderbolt. Yeah, the problem is, like, we get a speed drop from Max Strike, and also it's off a Mega Kick. So there's literally, and they can't run out of power points. So there's literally no reason for Miltank to not use Max Strike. So unless we can get like a burn, or lucky with a Mega Kick miss. We got a Paralyze. Oh, we can still get a Parafusion. Oh, we got a Parafusion. Nice. So now, Miltank should hopefully be less likely to attack us, unless it roars and completely drops its stat drops. Fuck, it roared and completely dropped its stat drops. Fuck. The good news is that was only our first casualty. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on. Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Good. Ah, shit, it has Milk Drink. I forgot about that. Now, the good news is that puts it in a range where Munchlax should be able to take out with like a Body Slam. Or Hurricane Landing, which is also good. Alright, so we need something blue, so let's just put it in a Dive Ball. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Okay, Kit taking the Miltank is actually kind of good. I can't tell. It looks like Lantern, so yeah, we're better off just taking the Togetic. Kingler doesn't really have much that can hit Latios for super effective. Wide Guard would be useful if it had a spread move, which it doesn't. In fact, Wide Guard would actually be better for Latias, because that has Surf. But I got Latias from Pokemon Go, so. Honestly, this one should go a lot quicker than Miltank did. Got a crit, which is nice. Future Sight, so that hits in like 2 turns. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on, coming on, it's coming on. My future is coming on. So I'm gonna actually keep Jolteon for this, because I don't think there's a bad option to swap. I think Slowking might be the best, or Miltank. Miltank's got great attack. The problem is, the reason why I'd say Miltank wouldn't be a terrible option to swap out is just because Latios has Aura Sphere, which hits like a fucking truck and can't miss. It just doesn't check accuracy. Like, the only way it won't land is if the Pokemon isn't there. Okay, so Kit taking it. It's not the best situation, but it's not the worst because I can use Max Phantasm to drop Latios' defense. Alright. And once I lose my Dynamax, I actually have a chance of dropping Latios' special defense too with just regular Shadow Ball. Okay, so Kit looks like they want to be the dedicated damage taker. Which is actually good, because when it goes to those dragon moves, it cannot touch any of us. It's like Dragon Claw and Dragon Pulse won't be able to do any damage, which is good. Luster Purge or Zen Headbutt, we might have a problem, but that's a bridge we'll cross when we get to it. So it's going for the Dragon Dance, which means it wants to boost its speed. And now it's probably going to be more likely to try to go for those, physical attacks. So like Zen Headbutt and Dragon Claw. Alright, so that is, I think, only our second casualty? Yeah, we're good. Because I went for Luster Purge on the Psychic type, which, in addition to the special attack drops it had, it doesn't hurt me. Is you and me. If I could make a deal with God, I'd get on the swamp far places, be running up that road, be running up that hill, running up that building. If I only could. If I Alright, what are we dealing with here? We have... Pretty sure it's Frostmoth ain't shiny, but I'll double check. Frostmoth, not shiny. Miltank, not shiny. What's our third one? Togetic, not shiny. And Latios is... still fucking blue. Make a deal with God. I get on the swamp of places, be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building. Alright. So I want to get some more, there was another cover of this song by a band called Placebo. They did it. It was used in an episode of the OC, which is an old teen. I'll call it a teen drama. It was a drama. It was an old drama show I used to watch. Best way I can describe it, it was like. Okay. Alright, so we want to go dark, normal. Because Stoutland, it's not ideal to face Stoutland, but it's got some good heavy attacks that we can work with. And that will bring us up to a Alolan Sandslash, which actually gives us like a really solid option to work with. Plus, like, we can handle most of these Pokemon with what we have. What was I saying before? So you'll see the best way I've intended to describe it was just like a gentrified version of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Go back to this. We'll go for Brick Break. But yeah, the OC, they used the placebo cover of running up that hill for like the first episode of season 4. That will wound up being the last season of the show. But they also used in probably one of the best hype packages for a WrestleMania match ever, which wound up being Shawn Michaels' retirement match at WrestleMania 26. Yeah, 26. Because the whole stipulation there was Shawn Michaels was challenging The Undertaker at the time, was undefeated at WrestleMania, but if he lost, he would basically be forced to end his career. Because he had tried the year before and just fell short. Stoutland. Plus we get items here. Items are always good. I'll take that life orb. Again, the problem with Stoutland is going to be that thing hits like a fucking truck. Like, normal types in DAs, there are some exceptions to this rule, obviously, but a lot of normal types are just really beefy and have, like, really hard-hitting attacks. Stoutland's a bit of a problem, too, just because it has Scrappy, so it can actually hit ghost types with its normal moves. Also, Facade's an issue, too. Now, the good news is, with Noah's Fracture, I can't believe I'm giving Noah props for something. Noah's Fracture can actually drop Stoutland's attack with Breaking Swipe. So now, between Sharpedo, between Phalanx and Machoke, we should be able to do some good damage. But also, I'm probably going to need to swap. That life orb is killing me. And the even better news here is that Sharpedo will take it out next turn. I don't even need the Dynamax here. I'm just gonna Swords Dance. Oh wait, I need to actually Dynamax. I don't need the Dynamax, but I'm gonna... Sharpedo, why? See, now the problem with that is, if Fracture had not taken out the Stoutland, that thing got a free +2 from Swagger, which is one reason I don't like Sharpedo in DAs a lot. It's because the NPCs will give it the Swagger boost, hoping that it'll hit itself in confusion, but then it winds up sweeping the whole team. So nobody's swapping. It's probably for the best. Because, like, our best options are either Lycanroc or Alolan Sandslash. Now, Alolan Sandslash, I'm probably going to wind up taking that because ice moves. The only problem is gonna be Aura Sphere on the Latios. So that's gonna be 4 times super effective. I'm just gonna go straight for the Brick Break. Not even gonna bother with the Swords Dance. Or the First Impression. Yeah. Yeah, knocked myself out. Again, good news is that's only our first life. Plus we get the attack drop on Sand Slash, which is nice. Payback, you have Dynamic Punch. With no guard. Your attacks literally cannot miss. Even if it goes up in the air or underground, you cannot miss any attacks. Literally, with no guard, the only way you would not be able to land an attack would be if they used Protect or some kind of protecting move. And it didn't take it out. What the fuck? Alright, the good news is, First Impression takes it out this turn. Alright, so I'll take Sand Slash. I'm gonna catch it in the Beast Ball, because fuck it, why not? I very rarely use the Beast Balls because they're so expensive. Oh, well, good thing I was mashing the buttons there. Okay. So one problem I'm gonna have to contend with you is Machoke cannot take a psychic move. And Fracture cannot take a dragon move. And 2/3 of its moveset are psychic and dragon moves. The rest of us can't take Aura Sphere. Like Sharpedo might be able to survive it because it's not stab. Maybe. But there ain't no way I'm surviving an Aura Sphere. So I need to get that Slush Brush up as quick as possible. Okay, with Dragon Dance, it's not great. The good news is that does double damage. And that's going to reduce the damage that Dragon Claw or Zen Headbutt will do. See, the best bet here would be for Machoke to go for Coaching. But Oscar's going to want to try to do as much damage as possible. Uh-oh. That's bad. Why would you do that? Alright. So that could have gone very south. Let's see if number 94 is going to be our lucky number. That's only a third shiny check on the night. Sharpedo, not shiny. Stoutland, not shiny because it would look like it had Cheetos in its little mustache there. Sandslash, not shiny. It would be a lot bluer. And Latios is still fucking too blue. It's still fucking blue. Alright, what do you got this time? Groudon! No thank you, already got one Pokemon Go. Okay. We don't want Mime, we don't want Salazzle. Actually, Salazzle might be fine for dealing with, I'm gonna take Mr. Mime, because that at least gets support. Okay, that's actually a perfect start right there with that Lilligant. We can go Lilligant. We can go... Ooh. Shit. Alright, we're gonna have to go Lilligant, Glalie, and then Dreadnought. Glalie is gonna cause a bit of a problem for Lilligant, but... I think I'm just gonna go straight for the fucking Helping Hands on the Salazzle. Like, forget even screens. Oh. Well. That's bad. At least I got some healing back. The good news is... Number one, with Salazzle being a poison type, Toxic was never gonna miss. And... Also, there's actually a couple of other good things too. Number one, I don't remember. Touch of your hand. I want your leather studded kiss in the sand. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. Ah, frick. That's a bad start. Venom Dread. Sean, what the fuck are you doing? Revenge, you will make her out of that romance. Whoa, 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 not in a bad romance. Whoa, not in a bad romance. Roma, gaga, what's your bad romance? Alright, so Glalie is gonna be a bit rough, but we need that for Latios. I want your design, cause you're a criminal as long as you're mine. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. You in my rear window, baby, it's sick. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. So I need that speed boost. Alright, well, it's not that I need the speed boost, it's that I need the special attack boost. You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love and all your lovers' revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. Ideally, Sean and... Sean and Isabella are the ones who would really need to swap here. Isabella more that it just doesn't have anything that could hit Latios for super effective. Won't you that romance, rah rah, won't you that romance? I want you. Oh. Making a note here, a huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Fuck it, we're using the Pokeball. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. We'll just keep on trying until you run out of cake. Something gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. Alright, leave the NPCs. Okay, Isabella swapping is fine. Not great, because we really could have used something other than Salazzle to deal with the Dreadnought. Repeats into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line and around. We're racing on time, so I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned from the people who are still alive. I'll go on and relay. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, ha ha, fair chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Now he's still talking when there's science to do. When I look up, makes me glad I'm not you. I expect you run, and it's right that should be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. Alright, let's just go with the nest ball. Alright. Hopefully Sean takes this. Isabella might take because her health's really low, though. Okay, good. Good, it went to Sean. We got 3 lives. And 4 Pokemon that really can't... Oh, sorry. 2 Pokemon that really don't want... I think... Okay, sorry, 3 Pokemon that don't want to take an Aura Sphere. Least of all Glalie. Because that's got, like, no health. I think I'm going to set up a Quiver Dance before we do anything else. That's bad. The good news is, Getter Smack drops that thing's special attack. If we can get a freeze off Ice Fang, that would be great. Hey! That's not great. But we're dropping its attack slowly but surely, which is... Sorry, special attack slowly but surely. The only thing we have to worry about is going to be physical attacks. Especially with Latios being faster than me now. Okay, I went for the double. That's fine. Pollen Puff should actually almost take it out. Getter Smack should do the rest. Boom. All right. dealing with here? Lilligant, not shiny. Glalie, not shiny. Dreadnought, not shiny. And Latios is still fucking blue. God damn it. Alright, what do you got? Latios. You mean the thing I just came from fighting? Yeah, we don't have enough for any of that, so... I'm gonna take Galvanch. I should actually take Roselia to keep the NPCs from taking it. But I'm gonna take Galvantula. Someone take that Weezing. Someone take that Weezing. Okay, Excelgor is actually better, so fine. I'll allow it. Okay, So, Electabuzz, we get the benefit of having Helping Hand. We could either go Linoon or other Linoon. And then whatever that fairy type looks like, Alcremie. Ooh. So we actually have a really good path here. We're gonna have to take... Hey, Xander, how you doing? We're actually probably gonna have to take Hoennian Linoon. Because Galarian Linoon is gonna be 4 times weak to Aura Sphere. And we don't want that. I kinda? I don't know. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. How you doing, bud? Alright, we're just gonna drop its special attack. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just, got tired of playing Legend CA. So I decided to go back to Dynamax Adventures. Thank you very much for the live, bud. The like, but I appreciate it. Alright, dropping that special attack is actually going to be really helpful for us. Plus, Rockhead, when that lands, that just nukes this thing. Which is crazy because, like, Electabuzz is actually became a really good support Pokemon once, you lost your game case, so you can't do any other games. Fair enough. Yeah. This is why most of my games are digital now. And also, I got too lazy constantly trying to swap out the carts. So from BDSP... Oh, I get that. I get that. From BDSP onwards, I actually swapped over to digital for anything that wasn't Pokemon Sword. That way I could keep Sword in the console, and then I could still play the other games if I wanted to. Ooh, yeah, we don't want to send a Scorch. We don't want any of that. Alright, let's see what rental mons we get. Alolan Marowak is actually really good for Latios. So we might have to do whatever we can to make sure Dean keeps that. Because, Shadowbone does a lot of good here, actually. Like, I might wind up taking Linoon and Alcremie just to make sure Dean keeps that Marowak. Actually, that's not too bad an idea. We're gonna go for the Electro Web here, drop its speed. Even if my words seem meaningless, weight of the world. Well, that just immediately undid my Electro Ball strategy. But a burn would be great. Burn would be great. I am kind of excited. If only because it's something to do in the game. Once you play ZA again, you need to get Chestnut and Mewtwo. You need to get Chestnut and Mewtwo. Go play ZA. That's literally the only thing I'm gonna say to convince you. How you doing, AJ? Yeah, but I know. But you know what? Ranked battles in Legends ZA are at least somewhat fun. I mean, I don't want to go back to them. I stopped playing as soon as I ranked up enough to get my Chestnutite, but yeah, I'm sorry. It feels like most of Legends ZA is stuff that can be done AFK, and I don't know. Next one is Baxcalibur. Yep. So I'm ready to go back into ranked battles for like 5 minutes, level up enough to be able to get my Baxcaliburite, or my Baxcalibite, probably Baxcaliburite, and then not touch ranked again for another month. It's Baxcaliburite. Okay. So I was right. Okay. I saw Lucario Z. I'm indifferent to it, to be perfectly honest. Alright, Alcremie. Because, like, realistically, I'm gonna take Alcremie. I'm probably gonna buff up that Marowak as much as I can. Because that Marowak's gonna be the MVP. I mean, I've heard the theory that Mega Lucario Z is going to be a lot more defensive, and that's partially why the Lucario AZ left us had maxed out defenses, maxed out special defense and defense IVs. But I just it's not doing anything for me, to be perfectly honest. It's not the worst design I've seen. It's not. I think there have been worse design ideas. But I mean, I say it to someone who loves Lucario, I don't see why it needed a second Mega. The worst one of the new Megas? Ooh. Starmie. I'm not a Mega Starmie fan. Oh, in general. Oh boy, the Latios. I am not a fan of the Latios Megas. Although Mega Starmie is also not great. Sorry, Void, if you're lurking. I'm not a Mega Starmie fan. Slowbro? You know what? I can see that. I can see people not liking Mega Slowbro. I'm indifferent to Mega Slowbro, to be honest. To me, Mega Starmie is kind of just a meme, and not a particularly funny one. You know, it's like the 6-7 of Megas. It's just, eh. It feels lazy and half-assed. Still better than Mega Pyroar. Don't do. Yes. No 6-7. Okay. No 6-7. That's the last time you'll ever hear me say. Well, okay. You can't ban me. It's my own stream, AJ. You can't ban me from my own stream. Okay, I promise I will not use those two numbers again. But yes, Mega Starmie is basically just Patrick Star. Alright, let's go for the Decorate on Marowak. We do not decorate the Latios. Not making that mistake again. Okay, some songs do not work well as 8-bit covers. Can't Hold Us is unfortunately one of them when you start factoring in the lyrics. Because it sounds like a really demented version of Darude's Sandstorm. go for a Decorate on Excelgor. Why are you using Flail? You have Dragon Scale. Fucking use that. I saw fan-made Mega, saw people doing slow cam, like... I mean, they might eventually. But who knows? I'm still surprised they haven't, like, factored in Megas for, like, the Galarian forms of Slowbro and Slowking. But there have been some fan designs that have been just way better than what we wound up getting, right? Like, I'm sure I could Google... please, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare put that evil on me. I will say those two numbers again. Golurks? I don't know. I don't know if Golurk's gonna get a Mega. You say the numbers, you're pushing the button. Okay. Alright, number 96. I almost said 69. Jesus Christ. Electabuzz, not shiny. Linoon, not shiny. Fair enough. Yes, it's two more than the numbers we're not supposed to say, but yes. Alcremie, not shiny. And Latios is still fucking blue. God damn it. Golurk's getting a Mega. That's okay, we don't usually talk about leaks in chat, so 67 is fine. Okay, just not the numbers individually. Okay, right. Yeah, yes. Okay, fair. Yeah, like that particular meme is one I don't really care much about talking about anyways, just because, like, it's brain rot. When I was in high school, we had brain rot memes too. Right. Okay, fair. Like, when I was a kid, one of the biggest brain rot memes was something called okay, What's Up was a reference to a beer commercial that had a purpose. Then you had stuff that's not necessarily brain rot, right? For me, the biggest millennial brain rot I can think of is the game. Which, for those of you who were, you know, under a certain age, let's say under the age of 25, I want to say. You're not millennial, okay. Fair, okay. So let me explain the game to you. The game is a game we're all playing. You're almost a millennial. Okay, so you're a Zennial. So the game is a game we are all playing. And the only way to lose that game is to think about the game. But the second you think about that game, you lose. Sounds incredibly stupid, right? That is the closest comparison I will make to the whole... Yes, exactly. That is, to me, that is the closest, as a millennial, we had to those two numbers. Is it okay if I do the gestures when if I do this gesture when I say those two numbers? Will that be acceptable, AJ? Okay. As long as the number is not said in conjunction. Without the number 8 following immediately afterwards. Hey, congrats on the shiny Fennekin, bud. Okay, so we need to go get that cleft key. Cleft key Araquanid, which means we have to go through Tentacruel. This is going to be a bit rough, but I think we can manage it. You know, it's funny. Last night we were having this big, deep discussion on, like, the history of the Sailor Moon dubs. Tonight we're talking about brain rot memes, and not particularly good ones at that. Actually, I don't think there's such a thing as a good brain rot meme. Actually, it wasn't even that particularly deep discussion on that. We were just talking. We were talking about the Sailor Moon dub. We were just basically talking about stuff like, oh yeah, no, we can't have gay people in this kids show, but it's okay if if these two characters of the same gender are flirting with each other, but we make them cousins, which inherently I would say is weirder than having gay characters in the show. Ah, damn. NPCs, sometimes they're not the smartest. Alright, well, now it's a grass type. Cool. One more max lightning for the road. See if, Actually... Everybody I know is that they hit... Everybody I know is that they hit the south... Beg your pardon? Wait, what do you mean by that, Xander? Means that they use it to work all the time. Okay, so that's kind of like an in-joke thing with like your own. Okay, that's fair. That's something like I probably wouldn't get unless you like fully explain it to me. And a lot of times you try to explain to me that much, it just kind of loses all meaning, right? Like I'm sure AJ, when I was explaining the game, was like, "What the fuck are you even talking about?" Mewtwo has 2 Mega Evolutions, yes. Mewtwo, Charizard, and now Lucario have 2 Mega. Yes, Mega Mewtwo X and the good one. Kit, why? Why would you do that, Kit? Who hurt you? And why wasn't it me? And Charizard has 2 Mega Evolutions. Mega Charizard X and the good one. Yes. What we're getting at here is that the X Megas aren't the good ones. So there are more Pokemon that are potentially getting new Megas. Interesting. But this also tells me that that shit's already gotten leaked, so, oh yeah, Raichu has 2 Megas. I forgot about... Well, we don't know if Mega Raichu Y is going to be better than Mega Raichu X yet. But I almost forgot that Mega Raichu existed. Yeah, so I definitely want to try to keep that discussion to a minimum. But this also goes to show TPC International 12345 is not a valid password for your secret game files. Seriously. Yes, but by logical reasoning, okay, yeah, but then how are you gonna explain that with Lucario and every revealed Mega was leaked? Yeah. Well, every revealed Mega. Oh, okay. I mean, they were leaked well before this. But yeah, okay. I mean, it makes sense now. because, I mean, actually, they've probably been available since the game came out, since you could get access to the DLC from launch. So, you know, some data mine shenanigans probably got that stuff out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There was a list that you will not go into. I appreciate that, AJ. Thank you. Yeah, I'm still mad that fucking Mega Phalanx got leaked to me. Got spoiled to me because fucking TikTok. Zerora, Baxcalibur, Chimecho, and Lucario Z were all on the list. Okay. Yeah, I already made that rant on TikTok being terrible with fucking spoilers. So list is 5 for 5 right now. Okay. Got leaked for Dragalge. Yeah. Actually, the only Pokemon that wasn't like that I didn't know was getting a Mega, or I didn't even know the design for, was Drampa. That was the only Pokemon that was like a legitimate surprise to me, because unfortunately, again, people on TikTok are fucking terrible with their spoilers. At least with Reddit, they allow you to hide the image behind a spoiler tag. Oh yeah, Skarmory. I forgot about Skarmory too. I forgot I didn't know about Skarmory before we got to the battle with Philippe. But yeah, like, what was it? Mega Typhlosion. Sorry, not Mega Typhlosion. Fucking Mega Feraligatr got leaked for me. Mega Pyroar, yeah, but Pyroar in general just wasn't a very well-designed Pokemon. Watch it turn out that Typhlosion actually did get a Mega, and I just accidentally spoiled it without realizing because I didn't know that I just even accidentally spoiled it for myself. Also, Bulbasaur fans are in shambles. What did Bulbasaur do? Is this gonna be like the Typhlosion thing all over again? Oh, you can't get Venusaur until late game. Yeah, that's really fucking dumb. Excadrill and Electros. Okay, I knew they were getting Megas, I just didn't know what they were looked at. Yeah, you can buy those, but Venusaur is one of the Rogue Megas. Yeah, because Venusaur is one of the fucking Rogue Megas. It's so dumb. Yeah, unfortunately, Excadrill and Electros, I think those might have been ones where I sort of got leaked to the idea that they were getting Megas, but I can't remember for certain. Noivern would have been interesting, I think. I don't know what ability you could give it, though. Outside of... I don't know. Heliolisk would have been interesting for a Mega, I think. Actually, I guess the abilities wouldn't have mattered for now because ZA doesn't use abilities. The abilities would not have mattered until Champions, which I was seeing a theory on TikTok. There's a TikToker I follow by the name of Grimnay Dave. Check him out if you ever get the chance. He was theorizing that because Regulation, the Return to Regulation I in Scarlet and Violet doesn't have an end date immediately, or doesn't have like a set end date right now, he thinks we're probably getting Champions pretty soon. I would say probably maybe as early as I want to say February, probably. He didn't say a specific date. I would say February. Maybe it just drops on Pokemon Day. Because I don't think they just suddenly decide to drop it like right as the new year rings in. I'm also really just hoping they don't, because Toronto Regionals is in January, and I don't want to have to focus on practicing for regionals while also getting grinding up stuff I need for that. I'm gonna need to swap. Ugh. That's right, I heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. That's right, I heard the story, don't really like how it ends. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. What did you say about me? What did she say? What did you do without me? What did you do? What play games without me? What did you play? Did you think all over and find out about you? That's right, I heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. When's my next stream? Probably Sunday. Cause I was gonna stream tomorrow, but I got an optometrist appointment. I've been it'll have been 2 years since my last one, and that's like the minimum my insurance covers. Over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. That's right, I heard the story, don't really like how it ends. And depending how I feel, like, I don't know if I'll do DAs again, or we might go back to Dispatch, and I'll try, I'll try to see if I can, TM67 is Thunderbolt. Interesting. Well, that's unfortunate. Poison jab. Tits. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, Xander. Thank you very much for the shiny look, and have yourself a good night, bud. Alright, we got a team heal, which is nice. Crafty Shield doesn't do a damn thing to Latios. Wow, we must have really dropped that thing's special attack. Okay. So the good news is I can fire off a Dazzling Gleam here. Wow, this thing does not like left key. Ah, you bastard! Well, at least you went down at that point. Alright. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this up to triple digits, and I might head off for the night. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. 'Cause I'm still like 3 away from that. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Alright, Tentacruel, not shiny. Klefki, not shiny. Araquanid, not shiny. And Latios is still fucking blue. Son of a bitch. Oh, damn it! I hit the B button by mistake. I don't even know why I hit the B button by mistake. Yes, very smart, much wow. Thankfully, it'll still be there. See? Oh god, we have not used smooth. We have not seen Smooth Brain Kira in a hot minute. I think we actually still have this. I think the Smooth command is still actually active. Try exclamation point smooth. Yep, there it is. Fuck me with a cactus. Yeah, we have not had a need for that command in a hot minute. Oh boy. Wait. Oh, yes, with a yes. Okay, Shiinotic might actually be our best bet here. Or we could go for Puke. Fuck it. Politoed, Shiinotic, and then we'll figure it out from there. You're in please don't. Please don't. But thank you for at least asking if I'm into it before going for that. It's very important that you make sure somebody's into that before you go into that. Alright. I'm just gonna go for max strike off a Hyper Beam. Just do as much damage as possible. Whatever it takes to make you happy, man. Yeah, usually you gotta pay double for that. What? What? Who said that? Don't forget to ask the cactus. Yes, okay, that's fair. I don't think the cactus will give much of an answer unless it's a cacturn, but... Sure, yeah, ask the cactus too.
Searching far and wide, each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon gotta catch 'em all.
Technically, no.
It's you and me.
No answer is always assumed to be no consent, so yeah. So let's, for the sake of the cactus, let's just say yes. Pokemon gotta catch 'em all. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Very important lessons we're teaching here in chat. I laugh without that. I mean, there's a good reason Nate got to do the theme song for Worlds 2 years in a row, at least. I don't know. Did he do the theme for Worlds in Yokohama? I wasn't actively watching at that point. I know that was the first year Glax got invited to Worlds as a media guy. I know he did the theme last year, and he did the theme 2 years ago. I'd love to as well. The problem is, unless I qualify, I have no reason to intentionally go to the United States right now. And let's face it, unless some miracle happens, and even with all the coaching I've been going through, I'm not confident I would actually be able to win Toronto Regionals and qualify. Like, literally, the off chance of me making it even past the top, let's say 256, but yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. I just went like full Canadian there. Like, yeah, no, yeah. The more you go, yeah, no, yeah, the more I'm actually technically agreeing with you. Because here's the thing, no, yeah means yeah. Yeah, no means no. Yeah, no, yeah means yeah. It gets really fucking confusing. I don't know, AJ. You're close enough to the Canadian border. You ever hear that? No, yeah, no means no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, okay, AJ, you're technically close enough to the Canadian border. You probably hear this all the time anyways. Actually, technically, you're further north than Windsor. From what I understand. Here, you use... Okay, yeah, again, you're Canadian by proximity at this point. Alright. We're gonna have to Blizzard. You're helping Mag... Okay, you know what? That's not bad. That's actually not bad. Freeze? Ah, shit. Like, you literally go downstairs and pull a loony out of your coin. Damn. That's crazy. Alright. We're getting rid of the... Well, again, you guys are close enough to the Canadian border where, like... It's probably not out of the realm of possibility that you've headed to, like, Sarnia or Windsor or something for a weekend, right? Like, I imagine people who probably live... Yeah. Yeah, again, your proximity to the Canadian border means, like, they're probably more likely to accept Canadian money there, right? Like, I imagine it's the same for people who live in, like, Vancouver or Seattle or, you know, in those kind of border towns where they're close enough to the border where the shops will accept kind of both. In fact, I know for a fact... yeah, I mean, we haven't really used Canadian pennies in over a decade. But I remember, like, we would have American pennies always mixed in with Canadian pennies, right? Yeah, you help that Magmar. You do call Timmy's, yeah. Like I said, you're basically Canadian by proximity at this point. I think one of the worst ways I'd ever heard of somebody referring to Tim Hortons was referring to it as his Hortons. Probably the worst. I've only ever seen 2 stand-up comedians live, and this guy is probably the 10th worst comedian I've ever heard in person. Which is saying something. Alright, fuck it. We're taking the Shiinotic. What is Miskeen? Oh. I actually don't know that one. I'm taking the leftover, just getting that extra bit of healing. Feel like I should know that, but... Alright, we need that Persian. Pathetic or poor, frequently used referring to someone who is civilian and innocent, not involved in any crime. Okay. Weird term. I don't know why that would be a term you'd use, but then again, like... How about Blem? No idea. Oh, it's Liepard. That's actually better. That's actually better for us. To earth who could tell, yeah. I guess there is... Ah, drunk or intoxicated, yeah. Then again, like, well, again, there's a specific Canadian slang for cigarettes called... Specifically Toronto slang. And you even put it without the T. This list is probably bad. Probably. I don't know, like, I'm close enough to Toronto, I feel like I would have heard that, but, like, I'm also terrible with slang. Even though, like, there was a point, I think I still have it, but there was literally a point where I had, like, Canadian slang list, and I would, after a point, I just started, I just had, like, a list bookmarked. See, here's the thing. When I'm at work, I refer to it as like, we have orders where we have to get, like, whole pallets sent to stores. We call those Z picks. But, like, a lot of times, well, I tend to say Z. And I get side-eye, the worst side-eye from my dad. The world's greatest wrestling team, I just realized, right here, playing right now. With so many liars to go, and things to be found, I'm sure that we'll all miss us so. It's the final countdown. I will just go for Moonblast. If I have to, I will use Strength Sap to heal myself up. A lot of defense drops. Yeah, I'm pretty much the only one doing any damage. I mean, it kind of is a British thing, but the thing is, in Canada, we still do keep a lot of references to our time as a British colony, right? Like the fact that the Queen or the King, the monarchy, is still kind of a part in our bill signing process. Because like when a bill's signed into law, it has to be approved by either the monarchy or the Governor General, who's essentially the monarchy's representation in Canadian government, in the Canadian government. Well, Politoed's dead. But that was only our first casualty, so we're good. Toque. Yes. Toque, I definitely use the word toque. A toque it's what you Americans would call a beanie. I'm sorry, the word beanie just feels weird to me, right? Toque just, it rolls off the tongue better, right? That might also come, again, from, like, the French side. I don't know. It's hard to say. I remember the first time. Stag. Oh, no, we call it a buck and doe. We call it a buck and doe. And technically, those are... Nah. See... There's bachelorette parties, but those are separate things. There's, like, my sister and my brother-in-law did this, where they had a buck and doe, which is basically, they're combined into one party. Alright, Politoed, not shiny. I should up the count before I forget. Politoed, not shiny. Shiinotic, not shiny. Liepard, not shiny. Serviette, yeah, that's what we call it. I think it's either Serviette or Napkins. Like, I feel like it's interchangeable. Latios, still fucking blue. Son of a bitch. I feel like Serviette and Napkin is interchangeable, but it's hard to say. Because I've heard both. Groudon, no thank you. No, I'm gonna disconnect. Oh, I'm not even connected to the Wi-Com. Let's just remove the link code stuff. What's the link? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna take Ninjask. Hey, James, how you doing, bud? That's good to hear. Ooh, Duraludon. I don't think we want that. Actually, Duraludon's not the worst we could have had. But I think we want a Azumarill. I think we want Vanillish. And, fuck, we're gonna have to take that water type, which is Wartortle, which has Ice Beam. Okay, so Azumarill. Has small electric sacs on both its cheeks. When a tough spot, this Pokemon discharges electricity. Well, that could... That's probably Pikachu. That's probably Pikachu, but that could literally be, like, every single fucking Pika clone. With the exception of Meryl and Azumarill. It's either Pikachu or Dedenne. But I'm gonna go with Pikachu. It's Pikachu! That's good to hear that today was a good day for you. It is Pikachu, okay. Actually, want to check the Continental Classic results while I'm up here. Let's see what the results are. All cookies. Fuck the cookies. But don't fuck the cookies. That's messy. Doesn't force us to stay dark even during the day. They scatter flickering spores that put enemies to sleep. That sounds like Shinotic. That sounds like Shinotic. I doubt the results will be put up there, so... Let's just check and see if AEW wants... It's not Shinotic. Okay. Well, forests that stay dark even during the day, scatter flickering spores that put enemies to sleep. Something with spores. Something that learned Spore, clearly. But from Pokemon... Is it Morlo? Alright, so, as of right now... Fletcher, Pac, and Kevin Knight are all on the board. Kevin Knight beat Darby Allin? What the fuck? So it's not Shinotic. Right, so it was one of the two. Okada is down one in the fucking Continental Classic. That's crazy. Claudio, Mox, and Takeshita are ahead for the Blue League. But this is literally only... That's just after last week, though. Cause we're gonna shout it out, even if I want. What I was saying was it was either gonna be Shinotic or Morlul, so by it not being Shinotic, it had to be Morlul by process of elimination. While basking in the joy of flight generally keeps this Pokemon in high spirits, it turns into an uncontrollable menace if something angers it. Basking in the joy of flight. Joy of flight, uncontrollable menace. Joy of flight, uncontrollable menace. Corvisquire? I'm gonna hold off. Leave it for the NPCs. No. Okay. Is it a flying type or a Pokemon that is known for hovering? Or can travel through hovering? It's a stupid question to ask, but it's a flying type. Okay. Okay, Skarmory? I'm gonna substitute here. Thanks for those fervent wishes. The cells in his body finally mutated, and alas, it has its heart's desire wings. Fervent wishes screams mega. But I don't know. Mud Slap. Pokemon does have a mega. But this deck entry, yeah, it's not for said mega, right. Okay, so it's something that didn't have wings before. Oh my god, is it? No, it can't be Togekiss. It can't be Togekiss or Togetic because those don't have megas. I was actually waiting for the birth of your third great niece. Oh, nice! no should ever feel like I'm too cold and hard down. And I don't wanna forget how your voice sounds. When you I have so I think need them just to get by. Someone with wings, with a mega. It has wings that didn't have wings before. Evolving the blanks Pokemon Rise. Alpha Sapphire. Oh my god, is it Charizard? Is it the fucking overrated fire lizard? No. Shelgon? Oh, sorry, not Shelgon. Salamence. Shelgon doesn't have fucking wings. No! Yes, this is an 8-bit cover of Dance Dance. I mean, it can try, but... it can try, but it's not gonna get very far. But it's Salamence. Its entire life's desire is to fly. Oh god. Alright, leave it for the NPCs. Ow. Ooh. My wrist hurts all of a sudden. Before you ask, no, this is my left hand. War Turtle. As it digs, it swallows sand, stores it in its neck pouch, pouch home more than 17 pounds of sand. Sandaconda? Alright, let's just go for Skittish Max. Save the Fury Cutters for... It's not Sandaconda. Swallows sand, stores it in its neck pouch. Silicobra? Silicobra, okay. It took me a minute to remember what Silicobra's name was, to be honest, but yes. Okay. Yeah, like one of the big things I have on the Spotify playlist I use, which is gonna eventually change once I get my MP3 player. I might change over to Amazon Music. We'll see, but only for streams. But like, I'm getting a single-use MP3 player for Christmas, probably. Scent that wafts no leaves on its neck causes anyone who smells it to become energetic. From Violet. Is it Bayleaf? I don't read the Pokédex entries, but Bayleaf is one of the only Pokemon I can think of that has leaves around its neck. Alright. We're gonna Dynamax here. Yep, I'm not getting that one. Wait. The RNG generator gave you Iron Valiant. Oof. Wait, the random number generator? There's a random number generator? Has some similarity to a mad scientist's invention covered in a paranormal magazine. Oh, that's from the Scarlet. That's from the Scarlet Dex. But yeah, calling it an RNG generator would be like calling it an ATM machine. It's possible this is the object listed as Iron Valiant in a certain expedition journal. Okay, fair enough. Both those Lua give you, yeah. Although if I remember correctly, Iron Jugulus is like really fucking disturbing. Like it implies some kind of weird Pokemon slash fic. Ah. Water Pledge, Ice Beam, War Sphere. Okay, nobody took it. Janet, I really wish you would have taken that, but fuck it. We'll just deal how we can. Alright, we're just gonna go for Fury Cutter. Since Mud Slap won't do a damn thing because it'll levitate. It hit his numeral, that's fine. Mist isn't gonna make much of a difference. One cry from this Pokemon and a murder of Honchkrow comes flying. At such times, one would think a curtain of night had fallen, plunging the world into jet black darkness. Oh, sorry, murder of Murkrow come flying. Murder of Murkrow, not Honchkrow. But yeah, the fact she said murder, yeah. Because a murder is how you refer to a group of crows. So it's either Murkrow or Honchkrow, but yeah. And I can't get you out of my hair. Mustache, a summer sex. Oh hell yes, I'm laying down the most I can be. Put your venom in me. I could build mountains, I could work a miracle. You know what the funny thing is? This song in particular, Uma Thurman, Pete Wentz only called it that because the riff, this riff here, it reminded him of Pulp Fiction. But the problem is, that's the fucking Munsters theme. Which came out years before Pulp Fiction. Actually, decades even. I think the Munsters were like, they came out in the 60s? It often plants its root feet in the ground during the day and sows seeds as it walks about at night. Bellsprout? Azumarill, not shiny. Vanillish, not shiny. Wartortle. Close. Well, obviously it's not a Weepinbell, because Weepinbell doesn't have feet, so Oddish? Latios still fucking blue. No shinies. Oddish, okay. Its scientific name is Odium Wanderus. Okay, did you just pull that out of your ass? Because that sounds like something someone would pull out of their ass. A term, I should say. A term someone would pull. Scott, its scientific name is Odium Wanderus, said to cover distances as far as 1,000 feet when night falls, walking on its two roots. That's so fucking stupid. Granted, again, Scarlet implies that Iron Jugulus is part of some, again, weird Pokemon slash fix. Oh, pulled right off of Cerebi. Okay. I'm not going to doubt Joe on that one. Can move mountains, I can work a miracle. Whoa, keep you like an oath. May nothing but death. Okay, we don't want Stunfisk. We're gonna have to take Maractus. About to say that about the song? Yeah. Yeah, no, I figured that was what you were saying when you said you were about to say that. Because James, for those of you who don't know, James is very much like me in that, like, he tends to go, like, to a lot of media references a lot, stuff he grew up with. Pokemon scrapes its spikes across rocks and uses the tips of its feelers to absorb nutrients found within the stone. Spikes and feelers. Spikes and feelers. Alright, we're just gonna go for the Steel Spike Iron Head. If that fucker gets Weather Ball, it's gonna hurt if that hits me. Spikes and rocks. Use the tips of its feelers. Spikes and feelers. Oh, sorry, rocks. Yeah, spikes and feelers. Oh god, if I wasn't in a DA, I would probably cheat and just check my Pokedex. Spikes and rocks. Oh, sorry, spikes and feelers. What has spikes and feelers in this game? Dreadnought? No. Wouldn't be Dreadnought. Doesn't have feelers. Gotta be a... It learns Tackle. Well, that's not very specific. Feelers implies it's a bug type. However, we didn't start the fire unless, like, a cover more. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So, feelers, again, makes me think bug type. But, I'm trying to think, like, what bugs have spikes? Better hand, it can learn Heavy Slam and Gyro Ball. Okay, there's no way it's Metang. Oh my god, no. It's Ferrothorn. It's Ferrothorn. Ah, shit. Ugh. That's not good. But yeah, Patrick Stump's a weird dude, I would say. Like, Pete Wentz, I think he kind of wears his nerdiness on his sleeves for sure. But... Alright, we're going for the Hurricane. Use its wings to fly sky high. The more experience it gains in battle, the greater the temperature at which its flame burns. Its flames burn. Okay, so... Watch Brian saying as he suffered a mental breakdown thanks to Kevin Nash. Wait, what happened? Okay, so my immediate reaction with that is Charizard. What did Nash do? Or was this like him covering an old WCW pay-per-view? Because that's the only other thing I can think of. You reviewed Starcade 99 when Nash... Oh, right, yeah, because Nash insisted he was the one that break Goldberg's streak when he won the world title from him. And he had Scott Hall stick a cattle prod up Goldberg's ass. Not literally, but... Yeah, and then you had the finger poke of doom a night later. I remember watching the finger poke of doom as it happened. So for those of you who aren't pro wrestling fans, or maybe didn't watch wrestling in the late 90s, early 2000s, the finger poke of doom is probably one of the single most infamous moments of professional wrestling. Kevin Nash was defending the World Championship he'd won the night before against Hulk Hogan in the main event of WCW Nitro, which was happening, like, in, I can't remember where it was happening. It might have been, I think it was in Georgia. I think it's happening at the Georgia Dome, which was, like, WCW's unofficial, or official home, I would say, because they were a Atlanta-based promotion. But, no. Nash had Jarrett Kabong sit and said to the ref he won. Oh. I thought this was... That was... Oh man, Glax got out here trolling about shiny hunting Mewtwo. Wait, what did he... What? I'm lost. What? We want wise glasses or bright... I'm gonna take the expert belt. Okay, I'm just hoping this doesn't fuck up my chat like it did with Glax's. Imagine still using Twitter. Couldn't be me. Okay, good. My chat's still working. Alright, we're gonna go for... Hurricane? Hurricane. Yes, I'm going with Charizard as my final answer. Starcade 98 was the one when Nash ended Goldberg's streak. No, the Finger Poke of Doom was the night after. Yes, the overrated Fire Lizard is absolutely overrated. But the Finger Poke of Doom happened the night after Starcade. Again, I remember watching that live. But yeah, this was, so Hogan, so Nash was defending his title against Hogan. They square up for this epic brawl. Hogan pokes, Nash puts his hands down. Hogan pokes him in the chest. Nash sells it like he just got shot by a fucking hand cannon. Hogan pins him. And then everyone celebrates. Which was made worse by the fact that WCW had a habit of spoiling the results of taped Raws. To try to get people to not tune in to watch the show. But yes, it is Charizard. Fair enough. So, they had spoiled the fact that that night's Raw, which had also been taped, was the night where Mick Foley... Hatred of those who perished by the sword long ago, who has clad itself in snow. Oh, that's Chen Pao. Nash was the booker of WCW. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, also, so Eric Bischoff, the man in charge, the head producer for WCW at the time, or I think he was the executive producer, he told Tony Schiavone, the lead announcer, to spoil the fact that Mick Foley, a wrestler everybody loved, except for him apparently, was going to be winning the world title. So, most people swapped over to Raw to watch Mick Foley win the WWE Championship for I think the first time. It might have been the first time, might have been the second time. Might have been the third time. It was Foley winning the title, which was something people really wanted to see. And those who stayed watched Poke 1, 2, 3, new champion.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, that's pretty much how you would explain that. That was basically the motherfuckers in WCW trying to ice skate uphill. And WCW never recovered from that, because they went out of business not even 3 years later. And they never really managed to beat WWE Raw in the ratings after that. Jesus Christ. Alright, so that was only our first casualty. Interesting. Okay. Maractus, you have Sucker Punch. Fucking use it. Thank you. Never seen Blade. That's the funny thing. That's probably one of the most famous quotes from those. The quotes you've probably ever seen the Blade was when he did his cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine. I can't even call it a cameo. A cameo implies he was only there for like less than a minute. He played a pretty huge fucking part in, yeah. It's a role at that point, yeah. It's a role that they kept a surprise. My hands stuck in your wonderland. Ha! Alright, that is number 100. So that's going to be our last raid for the night. Let's see if we can get some last raid magic going. Alright, last shiny check of the night. Frostmoth, not shiny. Stoutland, not shiny. Maractus, thank God, is not shiny.
Say his name and he appears.
Yeah, no. Claudio beating Mox was... That was bad timing. Claudio versus Mox is not that shocking. That was bad timing on my part, I should say. Claudio beating Mox is not that shocking, because that seems to be the story they've been going with since even All In, the kind of slow burn of the death of the Death Riders. Or at the very least, trying to get Mox kicked out of the group. Right, Latios, still fucking blue, son of a bitch. Was hoping you would trigger as it flip the shiny Latios. Yeah, well, it's not shiny anyways. Unfortunately. But yeah, no, like it was. That would have been an amazing clip. It would have, yes. Rayquaza, no thank you. That would be nice, but unfortunately, I don't think we'll get that lucky. Alright, well, that is going to be it for us for tonight. I'm going to switch over to IRL for this one. But yeah, Claudio beating Mox, not all that shocking. I think pretty much everybody and their mother called that. That's going to be it for us for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining in. If you would like to follow on social media, join our awesome Discord community. It is fucking bullshit, yes. Links as always are in the chat off to the side. Let's go find someone for Twitch that we can send the love over to on the Twitch side of things. You know what? I am just gonna call it. I think I'm just gonna call it a night. No raids tonight. So we will be back on Sunday. Because I just. I cannot stream tomorrow. And Sunday's gonna be the next time we can do that. So, until next time, I'm Kira Kennedy. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will see y'all on Sunday. Peace!